Well, it's the first of the month and we have a brand new fabulous folded cutting dies. This is for a cake box, so it's going to look like this and then it's going to pop up. It'll stand up. You've got both sides, and please join us as we explore this brand new cutting die. Well, before we get into Teresa's wonderful projects, let me show you what this is. You're going to get it in what we call a wallet, and this is paper. And on the back, oh, I've got some notes here. Let me pull those off. And it's going to open up, and all the pieces will be inside. So just like this, and pull that off. And you can see the package will be like this. And the steps are right there, and I'll walk you through that in just a moment. But let me show you what the pieces are. I mean, I know that you can see them on the front, but this is what they look like. So you will get the, there are 18 pieces, and this is the box. These are the layers of the tiers. This is the center area that lets everything collapse. We've got lots of flowers. We've got the candle. We have a label. We have a leaf. And also this little decorative scallop to go on that piece. And it shows you right here on this chocolate cake. Now, a couple of things to know. A bone folder will come in handy. Extra sticky tape is something that we always use. The other thing, two things I like to share with you is, number one, this will fit in our regular envelopes, and we do sell them separately. So they will fit in the envelopes that will do a 5 by 6.5 inch card or 5 by 7 card. So that's always nice. The other wonderful thing to know is that a regular die cutting machine, you don't need one with a wider plate. So the 6 inch is going to work perfectly. You can kind of see that right here. Now, let me walk you through the process as I scoot this over, and let me just lay these out. So here are the pieces. This is the cake box, and you're going to cut 2 of those out because they need to attach to make the box, a front and a back. Now, there is a flap, and that flap, as usual, is going to need some extra sticky tape. We always put it right along the fold, so that score line just works perfectly. So we're going to do 2 of those. Now, for this example, Teresa has already given us this decorative edge, and you do cut out several of those. There are 5 of them. They're referred to as frosting, so that's really nice. You will also need, this is that center piece that's going to hold everything. You're going to need the middle tier and the top tier. The middle tier, you're going to need 2 of them. Again, she's already put the frosting on it. The top tier, you're going to need just 1, but we want to put the frosting on both sides. The candle, just 1 of them, but you'll need 2 flames. The idea is so that your candle will look good from the front or the back of your card. Now, for the flowers, they are flat, of course, as you do them, as you cut them out. You can use a bone folder to give them a little bit of shape. And you know, what I like to refer to this is, if you're doing curling ribbon, this is how you would do it. You would just kind of curve it using the bone folder. The bone folder works. You know, other things would work too. Now, the other thing that Teresa likes to share with us is layering them. So as you can see, and Steve, let's get in a little bit closer to see this piece. And she's done several layers, and that's why you get so many of the cutting dies. So as you can see, now I'm hoping that you can see that they're a little bit darker on the edges, and what Teresa does is she uses the blending brushes, and you're widely familiar with these, and then she used some an ink pad just to give a little bit of a shadow on the outside, a little definition. So if you're using the pinks, you might want to use the plum jam, and you can set these on your craft mat and tap into the ink pad, and then just rub it from the outside. Just go right around your piece like I'm doing, like I'm mimicking here. And that way it's going to give some more definition, and that's just really, really nice. So these are going to be ready to go onto your project. So the process is, and let me set these aside. So you're going to take this piece and you're going to fold these in mountain folds, just like that. So all of them, including this piece, okay? Now, the box, we're going to remove the liner of the extra sticky tape and position that along the other side of the box, just like that. And do the same thing here. Just pull that off. And this creates our foundation, if you will. And you would think that we would go, and then that stuff always has some static cling. So let me see if I can get rid of it. Okay, so this is our box. You can see how it's standing up, and it will go flat. So that works out nicely. For the frosting, let me just show you this. So that's going to make one for the front and the back, but you'll just cut it into pieces to decorate the other layers. Okay, so that's our first step, is the box. Then the candle, we're going to glue that to the top of the top tier. The top tier is the smallest one. And we're going to put the candle on, the flame on the front and on the back. And you can see that we put the frosting on both sides also. So this is ready. Then we're going to take the middle section, and with that you have two pieces. So there you go. Now what we want to do with these is we want to put the extra sticky tape on the top and bottom of one and just the bottom of the other. And then this is going to get foam tape. Let me show you what's going to happen with this. We're going to position this together. Well, let me do this first. We're going to position the candle on top. I guess you need to get out just a smidge, Steve, just a little bit. So we're going to place this right here. Okay, so I'll pull that tape off. Where is my pokey tool when I need it? Okay, I'm going to position that right there. And I want it pretty high. So there we go. Okay, now this piece is going to go obviously on top, and we're going to attach that with the foam tape. And we do that so that this is going to slip onto the crossbar. Okay, so we just line everything up super easy. Super easy. Okay, so you can see we've got that. Get these pieces out of the way. Now this is going to get attached to the crossbar. Now the crossbar obviously has going extra sticky tape on it also. Those are folded in mountain folds. And this piece is going to go inside our box. So, you know, I think before I attach that, I'm going to show you how getting this onto it, because this has the foam tape. What's going to happen is this is going to slide right onto the crossbar, just like that. And when you've got the extra sticky tape holding it in place, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to move nicely. So let me do that. And could have done this before I attached the top piece to it, couldn't I? Maybe that's something that you should read in the instructions. Okay. Come on. Here we go. Just pulling that off. And I'm going to set that onto the crossbar in the center of it, like so. Now this is going to go inside the box, and all you want to do is make sure that it is equal to the top of the box, so the frosting is going to take care of everything and decorate it. And then you want to have those legs against the back of the box, so you can see that. So that's going to go there. That's going to go on the other side. And you have your box all ready, and then you can do the decoration. You can add your flowers, you can certainly add the label, and there is a label on here if you want to have a greeting or something else. So that's the process. So step by step, it's right there on the back of the package. And let's get into some projects. So that cake that I first showed you is the one that was used in making the project for the insert. But what Teresa has done for this cake is she has used pattern paper. And you can see what a difference that makes. And she's used it for the frosting as well as the cake itself, as well as the label. And I love those flowers just going up. So I'm going to set that one aside. And again, it stands up. And just to show you the back side, so she used the label there as well as on the front. Very nice. Okay, so let me tell you what she used. Now, she did make her base, and she used the sweet pea. This is the 6x6, and because you've got all of those pieces, that worked really nicely. And there are, as you can see, there's 24 sheets in there, so that's very fun. And you can see that there's the pattern, that plaid, that kind of stripe, as well as the little texture and the stripe up there too. So all of that comes out of sweet pea. Now, to do her flowers, she went to a different paper set, and this is the Teacups and Roses 12x12 solid cardstock, and she chose that. Well, you can see all the colors that are there. So she wanted the green, wanted several pink, wanted several yellows. So there's all different shades of colors there, and you can see how she's taken. So 3 are here, actually 4 are here. There's several here, and they just go right up that second tier and the top tier. Isn't that pretty? And the flowers, or excuse me, the leaves are also out of the pattern paper, out of the sweet pea. So that works nicely. And it's really good that this will stand up. Now for her label, she used the label, and again, the sweet pea, but she used the tiny words and phrases. And this has got black, white, gold, and silver in it. You can see the silver that she used here. And the happy birthday, make a wish right there. See, that tiny words and phrases just fits in so many places. I love the fact that she finished the back of the card. I think that's really nice. And that shine that you're seeing is with the silver jewel dazzles. There are 540 circles on this sheet, and you're going to get this free, by the way, in the Money Saver. So that will go a long way. Really nice. And for her ribbon, you can see there's a sheer ribbon here that came out of the white ribbon set. So that just gives a softness to it. Now, I talked about the ink pads that Teresa used. So on the green, she used Pine Tree. With the blue, she used Ocean Blue. For the yellow, she used Honey Pot. And for the pink, as I said, she used Plum Jam. So those, even though they look darker, they do a really nice job with these pastels. And of course, the blending brushes just make the whole thing super, super easy. So there you go with that. Now, okay, so this could be a birthday cake. Let's see what else Teresa has in mind. Well, how about just a celebration? Here is one. Now, there's no candle on top, but that's just bright, bold colors. So congratulations, celebrate, happy thoughts, life is good. Isn't that fun? And you see some shine going on. Now, Teresa used a couple of things. She used the Simply Stripes 6x6 paper pad, and she used white cardstock. So you can see that's where the frosting is. And even though the frosting looks very, very feminine right here, what she's done is along that scalloped edge, she has placed the blue jewel border dazzles. So you can see that that just gives it perhaps more of a masculine feel. That kind of worked nicely. Now, she also has used to do her stars. Now, let me tell you about her stars. The stars were done with this template. It is called Superstars. I hope you can read that. Let me see. Let me get a white paper to go on. There you go. Superstars right here. This is a 12 by 12 template. And there are a ton of stars. There are all different sizes. There are even these kind of elongated, there's rounded, there's a basic star in multiple colors. So there's a sheriff, there is a magic wand, so lots of things. You can see on here, there are also other ways and other ideas to use them. There's even a trail if you want to do something with the star. What Teresa did, as you can see, is she used these stars, these more basic stars. This too is going to be free to you, whether you are a subscription member or if you want to buy the Money Saver, it will be free. So that's going to be fun. Now for those stars that you do trace and cut out, but you know, they're straight pieces, she used the dotted duos as her inspiration for doing those stars. And you can see that it's going to match perfectly with the Simply Stripes. Stripes and dots just work so well. And it's really fun because it gives this more of a gender neutral look. And again, it just lets you do this for anything. Fun to send for 4th of July if you hurry up, or if you already have this at home, that would be great. Now the words come from Tiny Words and Phrases. This is a similar set to the first one, but this is the primary colors. So this is where you're going to get all those different colors, the yellow, the blue, as well as the black, so that's going to play well. And instead of ribbon, Teresa added jute twine. So again, that gives it more of a masculine or a gender neutral. Now let me just turn this over. And so the back is plain, but you could have more stars going there. So great fun for any celebration, really nice. So what else can you do with this cake? Well, Teresa has an idea. And as you might have expected, it's going to be a wedding, or it could be anniversary cake. I think this is could be either one. And isn't this just gorgeous? Now, to make her cake and all the layers, she used pink cardstock. And I would recommend, for a really good value, you can use our pastel cardstock because it's going to have a pink in it somewhere in here, as well as lighter shades of many of the pastels. So that 12 by 12 is an option unless you happen to have pink cardstock already. Now for this, Teresa did not use the frosting. Instead, she went into some cutting dies, and I think it is just beautiful. So she used the Chantilly lace cutting die, and she cut it out of the white glitter cardstock. And let me pull a sheet out just to show you, in case you haven't seen this before. This is the white glitter. You can die cut this, you can ink it. In fact, Teresa did that in an earlier webisode. So she used the Chantilly lace, and after you die cut it, you can actually cut it in half, and you're going to get several pieces just out of one get-go through it. So that is going to add the laciness, and it also adds a bit of shine. So that's really pretty. Now, for her flowers, she did some really neat things. So she's used white cardstock, but she's also used vellum. Can you see those leaves? There you go. You can see them right there. And there's also layers of vellum flowers using the die cuts. So they are all just matted and are glued together, but they just add such a beautiful, festive, delicate look, I would say, to this. So isn't that pretty? Now, she also used the tiny flowers and leaves just to add some of those curves. Hopefully you can see those. You can see there's a curve going right down there. And up in here, she also used with vellum some of the bigger leaves and ferns, again, up in that area. And to apply, oh, I didn't tell you this, but to apply that lace to the tiers and to the cake itself, Teresa used sticky specs, and sticky specs is just a great favorite of the team here because it allows you to attach anything, especially the lacy, delicate things, just simply so easily. So you just, these are the new pieces. We used to get the A4 sheets, but now instead of 4 A4 sheets, you get 8 of these half sheets, so you get the same amount. And what you do is simply pull the liner back and pull the liner back, place your die cut there, gently pressed, and then when you lift it off, you can simply place it onto your project, and it's just super easy. No glue, nothing sticking out or messing, and it's just quite perfect. Okay, you are seeing some pink. That isn't an illusion, and let me show you where that comes from. This is a hunky-dory product that's called Pink Shimmer Sparkles. These are self-adhesive, and you see that variety of pink shades that you get in this. That went into the center of each of her flowers. Now the Best Wishes that is down there, that came from the More Greetings Dazzles. And you can see there's Happy Birthday, Just Because, Just For You, and also Best Wishes right there. And that's what Teresa placed on the front. And she didn't do on the back of her card, but she did some things at the top, and let me share with you what that is. You see the gold that's going on? So that heart, there's some little hearts in here. There's also some swirls. All of those are coming from another Dazzle sheet, and it is this one. So you're getting, this is the More Hearts, I believe. You'll see it down below this webisode. You can see where everything that was used to make these cards, or yes, to make these cards. And you'll also see it if you click on this product down below. Just click on it. That will also show you everything. So this has just got all of these hearts, and you can see. So there is the gold one. It's also in pink, as well as red, as well as white. And Teresa did some layering with those, as you can see. Oh, so pretty. And just the swirls she's added. So this has just become a beautifully embellished cake. Very nice. Okay, now Teresa wanted me to share some ideas with you. So I'm going to put that right in here just to kind of help you envision. So she said, if you wanted to do a masculine thing, how about adding some clocks and gears? How pretty they could go. Well, I guess pretty isn't the best word, but they could go up the side. That's going to allow lots of things. And you can clip these apart also. So this happens to be chipboard. So that's an idea. If you wanted to do a summer theme, how about doing some seashells and mermaid dazzles? That would be fun. Again, you could have the mermaid at the base of your cake, and you could have some seashells. You could do some fun things. Okay. Now, she also thought that it would be fun to maybe have some critters. So here's an idea. These are the Woodland Critters, and this is a stamp set. So they're really a nice size that they could be playing going down tumbling down the cake layers. She also suggests a farm scene with the barn on top, but I really thought that rooster was really great out of the farmhouse collection. And you've got some strawberries, so if you're a stamper, there's so many things you can do with this. You can also decorate this with our doilies, our 4-inch doilies or our oval doilies. Of course, if you've got that Chantilly lace cutting die, that's going to work well too. So I just wanted you to know that there are so many things you can do with this decorative cake box card. Plus it stands up, plus it folds flat, and it will fit into the envelopes. So that's going to be great. And again, as I said, with the Money Saver, you're going to get the Superstars template and the Jewel Dazzles, the silver ones, for no extra charge. That's just our gift to you. Speaking of which, if you are interested and would like to do our subscription, every month we have a brand new fabulous folded card making cutting die set. And you can be assured to get them. You'll receive them before the webisode airs, so that's kind of neat, so you can play with it. You will get 10% off. You will get the free goodie that that you see today that will have already been sent. And if you're a first-time subscriber, you will get our bow dies as a free gift. So there you go. So if you're interested in this, just click over on the right side of your screen. You'll see the Money Saver. You'll also see the fabulous folded subscription with our cake box cutting die. So fun, so many things you can do. You'll be set all year. And I want to thank you for watching us. If you happen to be seeing us on YouTube, you can click down below. That will take you over to paperwishes.com. Want you to take advantage of the Money Saver on the right side of your screen. Teresa writes full directions for us, and if you'll go down below, you'll see the projects. Just click on any of them. You'll see the directions, and you can print them out if you want. That also will be on the right side of your screen. That seems to be where we put things. And you can also just get a full view of everything that we're doing. So I want to thank you for joining us and for allowing us to spark your creative spirit here at Paper Wishes. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.